Welcome to Yorba Radio, also streaming to you live on yorbamedia.com. I'm your host, Michael Yorba. Thanks for joining us. All right, my guest this segment is Nick Santiago, President and CEO of InTheMoneyStocks.com. Nick has been hitting it out of the park with his forecast and his trading on a lot of levels. So, Nick, thanks for coming on to the show.
Thank you for having me again, Michael.
Oh, please. You keep performing like this, you're going to get more famous than anybody else on the planet. You're doing really good, buddy. Let's talk a little bit about that. Now, last week's trades. Now, I'm going to lead in for a second here. All right. Choppy holds up until Labor Day. You know what? It did. And you were saying that we just might take out the August 17 highs, right?
Yep, that was it. And we also looked for that last Thursday to be that sell-off and then a bounce up after the Jackson Hole meeting by Ben Bernanke. And so far, so good. I'm actually looking for a little bit more upside, probably into a little bit past Labor Day, and then I think traders should be on guard.
Okay, so nothing here. This turn here today is just kind of like profit-taking before the long weekend?
I think it's profit-taking before the job number tomorrow. The Labor Department's going to come out with that non-farm payroll report, but again, we could see a little bit of a sell-off. But if we get kind of a flat day, that's probably going to give us a little setup for another move up after the Labor Day holiday, and that should be coming into final high.
Okay, got it. So final high, let's go to your cycle side and give me that number again. What do you think?
I'm thinking that the market, everybody's probably looking at 1250. I think the market actually has a chance to go a little bit higher. I wouldn't rule out a move up to, say, 1280 or so on the S&P 500. I think that's possible. 1250 obviously is going to be a 0.618 retracement on the daily chart, going back from the late July sell-off to the August 9th bottom. So, I mean, that's going to be a significant level. It's also the 50 moving average around 1253, 1254. On the S&P 500 cash. So, but I think we may be able to sneak up a little bit higher, but you got to get ready, I think, around that time for some selling pressure.
Yeah, because you were saying last week that you thought that these markets, the transports as well as the S&P, when they come back, they're going to snap back really hard. Are you still feeling that way?
Yeah, ultimately, the transports made a new low on August 22nd. So that tells me that when we come back down, we're going to come back down pretty sharply. I think at least that's what I have penciled in on my model now. So, yeah, it definitely is what I'm looking at right now.
Okay, when they do, are you looking for it to break new lows or just retest the old lows?
No, I think we're going lower here. I think this is. Second half of 2011 is going to be a very turbulent half of the year. You also have significant anniversary dates coming up in the month of September. I know a lot of people are probably thinking the worst is behind us because we put that higher low in on the S&P 500 from the August 9th low, but I think it's just a counter-trend bounce right now.
Okay, so counter-trend bounce a little bit higher. Got the ranges 1250 or so, right?
Yeah, possibly 1280. Possibly 1280.
Okay, could get a little stretched out. And then on the downside after that, what's your thoughts?
Well, it's not going to go straight down, but I think it's going to be the start of another down leg, and then this probably takes us down for quite a while, probably till October. And then we'll bounce around again, and then I think we'll have a little bit more weakness till the end of the year, ultimately.
Okay, when you say lower, I mean, I got the time frame, the October. That's a big month.
Yeah, you're looking for an actual number. Well,
I can't hold you to this because it's too early. But I mean, everybody's got to guess.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that we're going to probably go down and test the 2010 lows, which were right around on the S&P 500 cash.
A little higher than 1,000.
Yeah, a little higher than 1,000, but we'll probably go to 1,000, even the 1,000 whole number. Markets love those round numbers.
Okay.
I think we could go test that 1,000, and then we'll see where it is from there. We can't rule out a move down to 980, 975.
All right, I got it. Those are my numbers too. But let's talk about the stock sectors, how you see them, the favorite ones as we go forward in 2011.
Okay, what I've been telling my subscribers is I'm going to look at the industrial metals the second half of the year. In fact, very soon to look to short them. I think they had a lot of technical damage done on a lot of these names, even stocks like Freeport-McMoRan Also, if the dollar could inch up, which I think it will do the second half of 2011, that's going to put a lot of pressure on anything commodity. So I'm looking at stocks like Freeport-McMoRan, Cleveland-Cliffs, things such as Southern Copper Corp, Nucor, U.S. Steel. These stocks could see significant breakdowns into 2012.
How are you going to play them? Are you going to be shorting them outright, buying puts, or what?
I'm going to be shorting them, and you could play it the other way and buy puts as well, and this way you only risk the premium paid. That's not a bad way to do it either. Or you could look to just short outright copper and things of that nature.
Yeah, I'm looking at copper right now on the top end, and it looks like it could have a little distribution pattern. It started back there in 2010. I mean, this is a much longer term chart, but it's got a longer distribution pattern. So I'm going to inclined if we do get a rally in the dollar, I'm going to have to go with you. This would take a big hit. Are you looking at the copper prices for a projection like $3 for a low on this thing?
Well, if you look at copper, you'll see that, like you just pointed out, you made some lower tops here, and if we fall, I could see copper going to 345.
Okay, all right, that's a range,
and possibly 320. I mean, you can't rule it out.
Okay,
so I'm looking, first target down there. If we do start to drop, and I think it will, 325 on 345 on copper, and then ultimately 320.
Okay, but you're going to play this mainly with individual stocks and some indexes, right?
Yes, I'll be looking to short stocks like Cleveland-Cliffs, Freeport-McMoRan, or maybe short the JJC, which is a copper ETF now. This way, you're really covering all bases there.
Okay, I'm looking at the JJC right now. What was it, 53.93? I got that one right?
Yeah, that was a close today, 53.93. It was actually down 72 cents today. But if you look at that hard drop that we had in the month of August, and look at that nice little bounce up setup. I mean, I think we could look for one more week or so, maybe two, and then I think it's on to the downside.
And maybe the 2010 lows somewhere around 37-ish?
That's very, very 37-ish is where, or maybe it goes 39, somewhere around there. I would expect that to be at least that drop. It really will all depend on the momentum on the downside, and we'll have to recalculate it once it gets moving. But right now, I'm just looking to get that initial position in there.
Okay, all right. So I'll go with you on that. I mean, why wouldn't I? You've been nailing it on every other thing. Okay, so now you have.
Let's hope it continues, Michael.
Oh yeah, the kiss of death of telling somebody they're doing good, and the next thing you know, it doesn't work. No, this isn't luck. This isn't luck.
No, trading isn't luck. It isn't. You're taking a calculated risk, and you're trying to put the odds in your favor. And if you're wrong, hopefully you just use a good technical stop out. And I've been humbled enough in my career to know that I can be wrong. But
ditto.
We've had a great 2011 so far.
Yeah, good. I want you to have a better 2011. But let's not get off too far on that. Let's get into some of the things that you're doing. I mean, you've got a new program launching here today or tomorrow or something.
Yeah, I'm having a new website launch this weekend. It's going to have a social side to it. Traders could come on board, take a 7-day free trial, give it a test drive, see what we're all about. Join our research center, which gives you about 8 different things you could do. You can watch our nightly videos, see our daily market reports, follow our hot charts and alerts. We also do a live broadcast twice a week or 2-3 times a week. We will go over and take live questions from members in a live interactive session. You can see our charts. You also have access to our hidden gems, which are our small cap plays. My partner has probably batted over. Some of his small cap plays have averaged over 50% this year on each trade. We have our technical tactics, which is our teaching tool, rules of the trade, follow all our rules and methodology, and come give it a shot here, for $7, 7-day free trial, and you see what it's all about.
No, that sounds good. And then you always have a webinar when?
Yeah, we have a webinar once a month, and that teaches our In the Money Stocks methodology. That webinar lasts about 6 to 7 hours. It's a hardcore boot camp of a trading day, and we go through all of our techniques, all of our pattern recognition. We also tell you how to figure out where stocks are going to be trading to, and you'll get a lot of just about all of our proprietary cycle information in that webinar as well.
That's excellent. All right. Now, I just can't wait to carve the time out so I can show up and start seeing what's going on.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. We'd love to have you there.
All right. I will. You got my word. I'm going to come there and do that.
Okay.
Now, give me the regular web address, and if you have some kind of a phone number for guys in the car, and gals in the car, that they can get a hold of you at that number.
Sure. You can reach us at inthemoneystocks.com. That's inthemoneystocks.com. And the phone number is 212 area code 380-1578.
Got it. One more time on the phone number.
All right. Phone number is 212-380-1578.
Nick, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. This time.
Thank you, Michael.
Take care.
Have a great day.
You too. All right, Nick Santiago, President and CEO of In the Money Stocks. He's killing it. He's doing excellent for us. All right, we'll be right back.